Hello and welcome to Live at 5:55 with Joseph. I hope you're having a great day today. I hope you're just enjoying your blessings and those gratitudes. And just remember, regardless of the situation surrounding you, there's always things to be grateful for. There's always blessings to lean into. So tonight I want to talk about the knowing doing gap in our life. And I take every client through this because we know a lot of things in our life. We know what we want to achieve. We know for the most part a lot of the actions to take them, but that doing part is what really brings all this together. So the reason this is important to understand, the reason I take each one of my clients through this is because if we can have all the knowing in the world, but if we're not doing those actions that lead to it, we're just going to stay in this circular motion over here and continue spiraling without really getting any place. So for instance, for a long time in my life, when I had weight issues and such, and I wanted to lose weight, or a lot of the people that come to me that are looking in weight management and they're looking to lose that last 10, 20 pounds, or maybe even more, is we'll lean into that and they'll get the knowing. They have the knowledge. They know exactly what to do. They know what it looks like. They know what it feels like, everything. The same thing for me back then when I was doing that is getting into the doing part of it. Closing that gap between the knowing and doing is what really brings about more creativity. It really brings about you living your life more by your design. So when we have those things we know about, I would do something when I was a kid and I knew I wasn't supposed to do it. And, my mom or dad or somebody would catch me and they'd say, "Why'd you do that, Joe?" And I go, "I don't know." "Well, you did it. Why'd you do that?" "I don't know." Later on in life, when I first started working full-time in corporate America, I was always kind of set that like I wasn't a 9 to 5 kind of a person. And maybe you're like that too, but I would try to conform to that. And I would be late coming into work pretty continuously, day over day, and the boss would say to me, "Why do you do that? Why are you late all the time?" And I say, "I don't know. I don't know." And I'd go through life and I'll see people, I'll talk to people that are, on a weight management and things like that and stuff. And they're trying to, like I said, lose that last 10, 20 pounds, or people trying to get into back into an exercise regime, and you'll see the person who's been losing weight, everything's going great. And all of a sudden you'll see them someplace eating a piece of cake, and I know that all too well from my own experience. And you say, "Why are you doing that? Like, you're doing great on this plan and you're losing weight and you're getting to your goals. Why are you doing that?" And they go, "I don't know. I don't know." What area of it is in your life? I talk to people who want to build wealth. Now, a lot of people will start out by saying that they want to get out of debt. And I always tell people that's a very limited thought, to get out of debt, because you're putting the focus on debt. You're not putting the focus on building wealth. So we'll get into that, and they'll be moving into it. And all of a sudden they'll create more bills. They'll create additional bills will come up, so they'll be digging their way out. They're starting to build some savings, and all of a sudden they're back in debt. And you say, "Why'd you do that?" They say, "I don't know." And part of that is true. People don't know why they do that. The reason they do that is because of those damn patterns, paradigms, and conditions I keep talking about that continue to spiral and continue to come up in our life as we try to grow and expand. So somebody that's in debt, they build out of debt, they get out of debt and do all the things required for that and stuff by, and again, shifting it to a wealth mindset. They start building wealth, the debt goes away, and all of a sudden they go right back into debt again. It's that patterning, it's that self-sabotage that moves us into it. And unless people get help, unless they do something different, they'll continue repeating that their entire life, whether it be that up and down or that spiral of never really getting what they desire to achieve in their life. They never really get the fullness of the results that's available for them. When you look at your knowing doing gap, when you look at the knowing side of what to do, if you know what that is, and you can't seem to do it and you're not doing it, please know it's not your fault. You're not choosing to self-sabotage yourself. You're not choosing to not receive and get to the level of living that you want to live, whether it's your health and your well-being, whether it's your finances and wealth, whether it's that job or career, or just really living in your creativity in all areas of your life, or your time and your money freedom, whatever area it is. It's not your fault, but it is your choice. So if you recognize, if this resonates with you at all, what I'm talking about tonight, and you got the knowing side of it down, but the doing is not in alignment with that. There's so many different reasons for that, self-leadership, all kinds of things and stuff, but you can shift that in your life. And so just ask you to leave a comment tonight. What's one of those areas where your knowing and your doing is gapped from each other? What is that? Because when you become aware of it, you can experience life differently. It's the first step. Awareness is the first step toward achieving a life that you truly desire to experience. So what is that gap in there? What area of it is in your life? One of the areas I find for me right now where I have that is shutting off. I get up in the morning before my alarm clock. I'm excited to get out of bed and move into doing the things I'm doing. I have a hard time in the morning. One of the first things I do is listen to me speaking my vision. And man, I'll tell you, if you ever done that, that is so uplifting to do. And I have a hard time sometimes laying there and listening to that, because it's like I want to get going, because I have a paradigm in me that I know of that is go, go, go. That's work harder, do more, do more, do more. And I know that. So I intentionally bring my doing into alignment with my knowing. I know that I can spin my wheels at 250 miles an hour. And I know also I don't really ever get anywhere doing that. Or I can lean into doing things like my vision. I can lean into doing things that shut that off, quiet it down, find the calm around me, and live as a human being for a while versus a human doing. And that's really important for me to do that. But when I lose sight of that, things start getting a little bit chaotic in Joseph's world. But look for that area of your life. Where is that for you? Where is that area for you where your knowing and doing is gapped between the two? When you understand that, you have such powerful information, my friend. So take this information, apply it to your life. You're going to love the results. God bless.